Tonight is one of those evenings where nothing really moves forward. See my room through a lens I'm further away than the moon. Hi, my name is Dory, and I'm really interested in writing, especially character psychology and storytelling in films, series, and books. English is not my native language, not my first language, so if something sounds weird, let's call it artistic choice. Today is one of those evenings where it's one of those days where my brain just doesn't want to work somehow. I think I'm here, but I don't really feel myself, if that makes sense. But still, I wanna make progress with the novel. I have a first draft with 40k words. I mentioned it in previous videos. My goal is actually now 80k. And I do the 3-act structure, so it's basically 20 to 30k in the first and third act, and the middle part is 40 to 50k, if that's possible. At the moment with the second draft, I'm at 15k, around there. I think I'm gonna just go over older things that I dislike still, and see if I can change that, because if something bothers me in a novel which is still there, I just want to get rid of it. What I was trying to say earlier is that I feel somehow besides myself. I feel distant from myself, like I'm very far away. So this took less than I thought. It was just bothering me the whole time because it didn't fit in the story. It's the 4th chapter, and there's a thing going on that's just way too early for the story. I wanna save it for later on. So this was quicker than I thought. My timer is still going. I have 22 minutes remaining. That means I can work on the next chapter. today is just not a day where I'm creative, or like I said, I just want to lay in bed or just listen to a meditation. I did that already. I will first sketch out, I think, the next chapter, and because for me, like that, it's just way easier to write something when I know where the chapter or where my words are going, you know what I mean? So I'll try to just sketch it out. If I don't write anything, it's alright too. You know, you can't always be productive, and I'll just try to sketch something out, and then I will just start writing. For me, weirdly, the start's always a bit difficult, and the end, by the way, too. But once I have the start, I'm more in flow. But yeah, I like to sketch out my chapters, because the whole story and the chapters, because I just want to know where my words are leading me. Even though all I managed to do was rewrite what was bothering me and plan a little for the next chapter, I still did something. Those cup noodles are actually quite convenient when you don't want to cook, and they taste actually quite good. They're kind of spicy too, which I like. What I like, I don't know. But I really don't trust the food itself, because it stains a lot on your mouth, and for sure there's a load of artificial color in it. The funny thing is, lately I've always been hearing Creep from Radiohead as a start off for writing, because there's a karaoke scene in my story where the song appears, and now I just have to listen to it to get into it, kind of into the story, which is interesting. I've been working on this project on and off for years now. Or rather, I'm finally picking it up again. Don't get me wrong, I'm not where I should be, and if I'm not here, I'm in hell. So would you believe me that feeling